So nervous.
And we are live from the 10 Chambers office. Welcome to another GTFO stream. How's it going, everybody? I am Victor. I'm the host of the stream today. And we'll be playing GTFO and talking about the story about GTFO. We've had 2 streams so far with some colleagues. Simon and Henrik and Chad were on the first stream. We talked about the setting, the background, the origins of the GTFO story, so to speak. And then we had it was Schaefer together with Krisuna and Lurker. We talked about how the community kind of experienced the story of GTFO from their point of view. And now we're back. I got Chad. Chad, could you tilt down the camera a little bit?
I
thought I'd tried it out, but
I'm a small man. I'm a small fellow with big emotions.
oh, there we go.
Oh,
So you see more of your face there.
this is
Nice.
good.
How's it going, Chad?
It's going good. This thing's not locking into place. Yeah, it's going good. You know, living the dream. It's gonna be my 1-year anniversary at this company tomorrow. Actually,
Tomorrow.
yes.
Oh, wow.
It's been a whole year already of fun and yeah.
You say congratulations, like happy belated birthday. That's when you're late.
Yeah.
What do you say, like before a birthday?
I usually just avoid the person.
What's the word? Is there a word for it?
Other than the word in Swedish.
Yeah, exactly.
A premature anniversary.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I write video game lines. I don't write people lines.
Pre-happy
Pre-happy.
1-year anniversary.
Happy belated birthday, but then if it's before the birthday, it's like happy.
Early.
Like you said premature.
Yeah, premature.
Yeah.
Premature. Happy.
TGBO3 in chat says happy premature spawn date.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, but we were talking about
You're
work
hired.
anniversary, but yeah.
Yeah, no, spawn date. It's when I phased into this instance.
Earth, yeah. Well, happy to have you with us on stream today.
Thank you for having
I'm
me.
very thankful you could take the time off from your very important work assignments.
I know. Based on what we just said, it sounded like that wasn't the case, but I do have work to do on another title that we are working on
Yeah, exactly.
that you can wishlist on Steam.
Den of Wolves.
Den of Wolves.
Lastly, we got Simon on stream. How's it going, Simon?
Good. I'm good.
Sweet. Having a good Tuesday so far?
Yeah. Putting music into Den of Wolves. It's pretty rad.
Oh man.
Jeez,
Well,
Simon,
we're
give us
here.
some time to speak.
Enough Den of Wolves speak.
It's not what this is about.
Yeah, Frosty says, actually, it's Wednesday in Australia. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, Frosty, man.
Yeah. We got a lot of these set up, but let me just walk you through it a little bit. Funny thing is that this past weekend, Astral Spiff, streamer and YouTuber, I think it is, both of those things, released a video where he tells the story of how he and his team beat R8E2 during the course of 6 months. And that video starts with a 1 minute or 2 minute short recap of the story of GTFO, which is a spaceship crashing into Earth 60 plus million years ago
Any comments
of an
on
alien race called the Collector. Is this correct, Simon?
Is there any comment?
Source is Astral Spiff on YouTube. Check out his video. It's an amazing video.
Well, the spaceship is a collector.
Oh, not okay. The race is not called the Collectors.
No.
Okay. It's a collector. Okay, it scoops up things. It collects things by scooping them up, like a shovel. Or is it like a
Very-
vacuum? Like collecting that way?
It's more like beam me up, Scotty.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's more like
Very cool.
Tractor beam.
tractor beaming,
Collector.
or rather teleporting, maybe.
Okay. The collector. Okay. So it has some sort of malfunction. Maybe the virus spread on the spaceship. I don't know. Because in the middle of it all,
I don't know.
in the middle of it all, there's the main conflict is like there's a virus that kills just everything slowly, and you can't stop it if it spreads. So it spreads through
the people
dimensions.
who owned the collector, they were like, we got to detach this one from our system. Like, just send it into deep space or whatever.
I was part of
There's
a-
some blue planet over there that it can crash into that one. No one's that won't bother us anymore.
Why would they send it to a clean planet though? Shouldn't they send it to an already dirty planet, like infested planet?
No,
I
it was closer to Earth at that point.
Oh, okay, all right. Like F the Earth, like
Well, it wasn't. It was a very. I mean, there is a book called Roadside Picnic. So we were inspired by that partly, and the concept of roadside picnic is, I think it inspired. What's that game where you go into like. Close to. I'm blanking on.
just
Every
explain
time
it.
I'm speaking publicly or with journalists or whatever, it's always.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just us. It's just us boys.
Yeah, exactly. The boys.
just take your shirt off. Chill out, man.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like-
Take your shirt off.
I took a left turn.
What do you do in the game? First person? Is it a new game?
Yeah, well, you go into Pripyat or whatever. Like,
Metro? The Metro games.
I don't know if it's Metro or some other. Like, you go into an area that's like radioactive, like off limits or whatever,
Yeah.
and you find weird
Weird stuff.
creatures and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, there is one more like a online game, right? That is like that. It has
Famous, man. It's like.
Come on, chat. Help this guy out.
Chat, help this guy out.
Anyway, I think it's inspired by the same book. The book is called Roadside Picnic. The concept of the book is there's an alien race that passed through our solar system at some point, and they might have like landed on our planet or dropped some shit off, like sort of like dumping stuff.
Yeah.
And to them, it's crap. Like, to them, it's like residue from their space travels.
Yeah.
It's like, but to us, it's like super advanced technology.
Sure.
Because we're so much lower than them.
Yeah.
So the things that they dropped on Earth are like artifacts of like an alien race that can like change things for us, or like give us certain powers, or like mutate, or like it's very
Stalker.
yeah, exactly.
I was I forgot I had YouTube chat and X chat to look at there. But yeah, Kazuha Kitsune, thank you. Moonloop.
Shout out to those people.
Shout out.
I know.
We'll send you a picture of somebody's grandpa at some point, maybe, as a prize. It's not a threat.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of the concept with we were inspired by that for GTFO.
Okay.
Well, like,
Did you read the book?
We've been like, the Earth has been touched by this something,
Yeah.
and it's not even the race; it's like a tool of that race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even they weren't in direct contact. They've sent these collectors out into all of the universe to like collect information, or like, sort of learn about everything,
Yeah.
And one of them, malfunctioned because it caught a virus basically. So they just like crashed it into some like
Oh, dump it out the window.
dump it out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that turned into something on Earth that's super like changes history for us, but to them it's like
So for us, it killed the
like,
dinosaurs.
It's like dropping a rake in your garden, or like I don't know.
Exactly.
Uh,
Stepping on an ant.
Sure, it's like
yeah, exactly. We're like,
Like,
so many levels below them in like, because we don't have interstellar travel and stuff like that. So it's
Okay.
that was part of the inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. So really haphazard, just trivial thing for this race of
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah.
And that dropped down on Earth, killing the dinosaurs. So that's the meteor that killed the dinosaurs, or is it? Did people kind of?
Yeah, we like I like I'm opening the curtain here, and
Oh
you're telling
wow!
us
I never thought I'd see the day.
I mean, maybe it's better to be like super secret and like not and maintain sort of an illusion of us being, you know, just sort of clever or whatever.
Yeah.
And not telling everyone and let them speculate. But yeah, we thought we like Ulf likes it. I like it. We Adam Gascoigne helped with the story as well, and he likes it. You know, the idea of having things that actually have happened in history be like touch points for the story, so you can imagine like, oh, that wasn't actually a meteor; it was something else. You know.
Yeah.
So there are signs on Earth of this thing. It's proven that it happened, but then we change it a little bit and say it's something else. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there were. We looked at like Aztec. What's the word? Calendars, and they have these sort of circular like pieces of art that were sort of like their calendars of the year, I guess. And they had certain like monster-ish figures there, and they were called demon ticks in English is the direct translation. And we were like, that's a virus of some sort, like a demon tick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So we were like, let's dig into that and say it's not their gods, you know, it's not the gods of the Aztec culture, but it's like maybe part of their beliefs were formed by things that this thing brought with it, you know,
Interesting.
because it predates their religion.
Demon tick. Okay. Yeah.
So
So
we
they
were
knew about the virus.
digging into that stuff.
Yeah. But it spreads super slow. It's not like Planet of the Apes, like at the end there where they had the montage,
No,
the
I haven't
virus,
seen-
the rise of the Planet of the Apes. I mean,
Yeah.
that the one with Mark Wahlberg.
no, not Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. It's the one with John Lithgow and James Franco.
I've seen a handful of the new ones.
Yeah.
The ones that,
There are 4 of
are
them now,
better.
I think it is.
yeah, of the, you know, it's
Yeah.
Return of the
War
Planet-
of the
it's like
Kingdom of the
Kingdom
Planet of
of the Planet
yeah.
of the Apes. It always bothers me that the titles have 2 of the
Yeah.
in it. You know. Anyway, I've seen like 2 of them of the movies.
Let's see here. I'm just going to change a thing.
No, it's a slow simmer,
Slow simmer.
I guess.
A slow boil.
It's a slow boil.
Very good.
Exactly. So they could sense that it was like this zoo
Yeah.
flying through space that had collected a lot of different life forms and stuff.
Pretty cool,
like,
yeah.
Different like, oh, now it's all tainted, you know,
Right.
by this virus.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It's like getting a bag of chips and something in it, and you just throw it out the window.
Do,
And
do you ever encounter this spaceship in GTFO?
No.
No. Is it because it's so deep down, or because it's been like ravaged through, like it's been like stripped down, or it's just like
It's like sort of melded, I guess, with the because through the millions and millions of years, it's become part of. It's fossilized, basically, you know. So it's hard to tell where it begins and where, you know.
okay,
You can guess. Maybe you're in there.
yeah, in R4.
The
B1.
closer you are to its core, you know, it's a little bit like we weren't inspired by Event Horizon, but Event Horizon has a similar thing where it's like there's a drive in there. There's an engine basically that can fold space
Yeah,
in order to travel faster. So it has some sort of not a technology. It's not a, you know, with like circuit boards, and it's not like technology like that, but it's some sort of. It has a power of some shape and form. It's aliens. It's not cables and electricity. You know, it's something else. It has a power of some sort to propel through space, but also fetch, life forms and things of interest, to collect things.
Yeah.
And that messes things up, so it can teleport you off of, that's where basically the teleportation concept comes from as well. So that's
Yeah. But not space travel.
well, what is space travel? It's teleportation, like you can travel through space by teleportation as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're I feel like you're very generous this afternoon.
Yeah,
Is
maybe
this,
too generous. I'm going to shut up now.
No, don't take it as a bad thing. I'm really happy.
Yeah,
for
man, why'd you do that? You just close the worms,
yeah,
the kind of worms back.
Hold it up. Sorry, I'm showing. I shine my light on it
So what other
like a spitter. It closed up.
then what other events or things that happened across humanity would you say is in the GTFO world like related to this artifact?
Well, it was mainly the extinction level event 65 million years ago.
Yeah.
Then a little bit of the Aztec culture. I might be super ignorant now and confusing Aztecs and Inca. I'm sorry about that if that's the case, but I think it was the Aztecs.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure. But they have the calendar and they have the demon ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that ends it with 2012.
I haven't
so far.
read up on this stuff and rehearsed
Yeah,
for this stream. I'm
Absolutely, I get that. You're speaking. You say off the cuff or no?
From the heart. No, but off the cuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Off the cuff, how you
Shift
say it.
AC in Twitch chat asks, was GTFO in any way inspired by the Alien franchise? It really sounds like the movie Prometheus, how the creator is just sending specimen everywhere to create new species.
No.
No, okay. Sebi Ad Portas in Twitch chat says the Maya calendar. And the 2012.
yeah.
Is it the Maya calendar?
Mayans.
Yeah, the Mayans.
Maybe. Yeah, we have the Aztecs, the Inca, and the Mayans. Yeah, so they're like even, yeah, I confused. There was a third one I didn't even think of.
He was the third snake. No, but mixing reality with your own like fiction. You know, we have like Call of Duty Black Ops, that series.
Never heard of it.
Kind of mixes it up. You know, the big twist at the end of is it the first Black Ops, where you found out that Woods is the brainwashed guy who was behind like a big assassination in the history. They like showed like real footage and then they like freeze it and like zooms in.
Interesting. Yeah.
And like if I was 15 when that game came out, that would have been like my Metal Gear obsession, you know, because that kind of, you know, mixing in real events. Like I love that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because Metal Gear Solid 3 has it the most, I guess. But they have it as well in the other games. With like the Gulf War syndrome was like not a syndrome of the war. It was an experiment that the section of the American government tried out on soldiers in fighting in the Gulf War. And the Cuba crisis, how that was solved, how that was resolved, was also like they even have the conversation between the two presidents in Russia and in the US. Love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
We can even draw parallels to Mark Wahlberg's Planet of the Apes. And we mentioned it, you know.
Helena Bonham Carter is in that as well.
The statue of Lincoln.
Yeah, you got it, Lincoln.
Yeah, and that exists, but then they turn it into a monkey.
Yeah.
Ape, sorry.
Yeah. You don't like to be called a monkey.
Monkeys have tails, right? Apes do not. That's the big thing, right?
Maybe. I
So
don't know.
it's an ape.
I'm not an expert, and I'm not going to take a stance on this statement.
For the record, we were not inspired by Tim Burton's Mark Wahlberg's Planet of the Apes.
Clown movie, not gonna lie. Let's see here. Ludi AQ says, any news about Dens of Wolves release we may have recently? ! No, but you can wishlist it on Steam. Please do.
Yes.
We'll dive in, play some GTFO, and we'll continue talking about the story here of GTFO. We got Simon with us. previous narrative director for GTFO. Should I say that previous, or is that still like in your set of titles?
Well, I was the narrative director for that game, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we got this story, we got the world, and like millions of years later from that like initiating like event that happened, you wanted to populate this game, this world, with a couple of characters to try and like they are vessels for telling the story. So if we do like a roll call, we got the 4 prisoners, of course, times 2. Right?
Right.
That's Hackett. That's Dauda. Bishop, right?
Bishop and Woods.
Woods, yeah.
Then we got the Warden, which is sort of a character. Would you call that a character, Simon?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's a character.
Yeah. Can like an AI be a character?
whoa. Yeah, of course. I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I think any.
How far can you stretch
Is
that?
Data
like,
a character in Star Trek? Of course.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What is a character then? Is it someone with a personality? Or?
I think a character is just any kind of entity that you can use as an anchor point to drive a narrative forward and to kind of has some level of interaction with.
Yeah. Can a letter be a character?
A letter.
It can propel the story.
Well, I mean, no,
Just by your definition.
no,
It
but
has to express something.
because I think that the letter may not be the character. The letter is just a mean, like the terminals in this case would be like the letter, whereas the sender is like the warden. You
Okay.
know? So it's like the person sending the letters, even though they may be anonymous in this case. they would-
My hand is floating in midair when I don't have an arm.
Yeah, that's part of it. This is new GTFO patch. We didn't tell anybody about this, but we've removed limbs. It's new lore.
Okay, Warden.
I can't. The one who asked about Alien, I can say we were definitely inspired by Alien for the lighting.
Yeah.
You know.
And Bishop.
And Bishop, I guess. Yeah.
That's a nod. Nods, of course, different than being inspired by. The lighting of Alien.
Well, there's certain like places in the first trailer. We have a room where there's like some sort of some pods, lining the walls of its corridor, and then there's like a fan with volumetric light coming through, that sort of stuff.
My name is John Schaefer. I'm working with the Warden, but it's not
Kazuya Kitsune on X asks, "Who is the Warden? Like, what is it? I am a bit confused."
I know you want to get out, but outside of this pit,
I'm not here to clarify, really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Still.
The warden is all of us, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. Okay, but we do know that the Warden is a character. So, whatever a character is. Then we have Schaefer, who's talking right now.
Yeah.
but this time we'll
But
know what we're doing.
Schaefer is a human. The Warden, I don't know if it's human. I think it's like a program. No, I don't actually know, to be honest. It's like sending us on these missions. I wonder if it's like a system that needs to like accomplish a mission. Like it has a goal it's set
Sure.
out to do.
But see, that's to get back to what you were saying. Can a letter be, the warden is, whether sentient or whatever, it's still an entity that it has like a, it's kind of sending us on these missions. It's sending us on this journey. It's
Yeah.
a reoccurring thing that we're referring to. It's not just
Yeah. Can a rat be a character?
if you really wanted it to, it could. Yeah.
Not like a cartoon rat.
Can a
only like a rat.
lamppost be like? Are we going down the line?
I mean, the rat in that sense saves all of the half of the universe in Endgame. That's a quite important rat.
What?
But that's like a that's like a
Yeah.
plot device more than a character because it doesn't express. It doesn't have an opinion. It doesn't have a personality. It doesn't like
Okay.
that.
So dogs and
Like,
cats can
can
be characters,
Sure.
but not
Of
like
course.
lower than that. Do they have like?
No, but if
character?
the rat, like if it was like Ratatouille's a character,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So just maybe
pretty disgusting. A
Rat-
rat in a kitchen.
no, super cool actually.
Super disgusting.
No, it's sick. It's a great film.
No, I'm not a fan
But
of Ratatouille.
there are movies where like the city that it takes place in is a character. You can say.
Do you have an example? Like it tells the story of what the citizens in this city has been through. Do you mean like that?
No,
Or
but
like Blade Runner
the
city, is that-
fact that it's that city is integral to the atmosphere and the
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel of the film.
but it can't express opinions.
But it's
No,
it does have
that's
an
not
arc.
that's
you
not
know?
the definition. I don't think.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think like a city can
Annie Hall, maybe in New York.
have an arc.
Astral Spiff. We got Astral Spiff in chat. Yeah, I just plugged your new video on GTFO here at the beginning of the stream. Really, really well put together video,
Yeah.
Spiff. So far, I haven't watched it all, but I am I am a bit I'm almost through it.
Yeah,
Like
you
losing
were
my
right
voice.
about the spaceship. Simon confirmed. Congratulations.
It's the remnants of dead collectors, says Astral Spiff. I think it's as an answer to what the Warden is. But
He guesses that the Warden is the remnant of a dead collector.
yeah. Surely in all caps. So that's a really, that's my source. When he writes in all caps, I take him way more seriously.
Don't call me Shirley.
Waiting for it.
Okay, so Schaefer, that's also ×2. Is it Warden ×2?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer.
Okay. All right. ×2 on everyone except the Warden so far. Then we got Mr. Truth.
Yeah.
Do we have the name for Mr. Truth?
No.
No? I'll write down Mr. Truth. Is it Mr. Truth ×2?
He's too paranoid to give his name even to the writers of the game.
That's a good. Yeah, there you go.
He's
But he
very
doesn't
paranoid.
distort his voice. Like if he's like paranoid, he should like distort his voice. Maybe he has.
Maybe he has. Maybe he's a 9-year-old girl.
Kazuya Kitsune again asks, what's the Warden's goal?
Excellent question.
Yeah.
To get you to play GTFO.
Yeah. Buy it now on Steam.
Yeah. The Warden's goal right now, as of February 18th, 2025, is for you to wishlist Den of Wolves on Steam.
Well, that's your
I've checked with
opinion,
I've
Chad.
checked with my sources. It's confirmed. Yeah, what is the Warden's goal, Simon?
I think that's made clear enough in the logs in the game. But it's something that it's a man-made thing that then has merged with something else.
Okay. Man-made thing that has merged with something else. Because in the beginning, you're kind of just you're following the Warden's orders, and then Schaefer is kind of the you have your own. You can set your own goals. Like you can have your own agenda. Like do what I say instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Warden wants something else for you, or for this whole complex, or for Earth, or I don't know how big its reach is. Kazuya says,
It was not important. What we wanted was for the thing that the Warden's working towards to be not heroic, but sort of like what's the word? What's the right word? Like not noble purpose, but like it's something good. It's working towards something that is good for
It wants to
the,
save-
for the bigger picture, you know,
Okay.
Right.
but not
may-
for you as an individual necessarily.
Yeah, it has more cold means to do it, like ice cold.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And then that becomes the linchpin for, you know, the end being like, do we can we save ourselves and the planet or whatever? Like, can we?
Yeah. Or do you have to die? Like the warden can break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can break a lot of eggs.
Yo, I'd kill for an omelet right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's more calculated like
Yeah,
that.
very calculating.
Yes,
It's
okay.
just you're just a number to this thing basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like a huge mega corporation. Hey-o! Am I right, guys?
Back of the head.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
I'll open this box here. Wait, we got another one. We got the hacker. That's a character.
Henriksson.
Yes, Henrik Son or Sen.
Henriksson. With the S in Swedish.
Yeah, Henriksson.
Two
Yes.
S's actually, as
Yeah.
properly in Swedish.
Is it Henriksson times 2?
I don't even know. I'll be honest. I don't even know if that's important.
Yeah. Okay. 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 I'll just write down. It's only the prisoners and Schaefer that are times 2 as of now. Do we have any more characters? And YouTube chatter, you're chatting in, I guess, Russian or some other language. Please keep chat in English. I'd really appreciate it, just so we know what you're talking about.
Spasibo.
You tell him.
I'm just flexing my Russian skills.
Yeah.
That coffee was cold. Mm-mm.
Ew, yucky, yucky. Is cold coffee a character in GTFO?
No, I don't think it can't express opinions. Or maybe you like spill it out on water and it spells out something.
We're really
Like-
nailing this whole narrative thing, I think.
Throwing out and it like spells out help with the splash. You're like, oh my god, the coffee was a
The
character.
coffee was behind it the whole time.
Miro Flow in YouTube chat says, I really like your games, guys. Thank you, Miro. Thank you for the kind
Yeah,
words.
we appreciate that.
Big
Welcome to the
kisses from
stream.
Miro.
Not just keeping it to yourself, but actually telling us. That's nice.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you very much, Miro. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're talking about the story of GTFO. We got the narrative director here with us, especially about the characters. So, what is it about the set of prisoners and their kind of backstory? What did you want to express with those characters, Simon?
First and foremost, just sort of helplessness
Sure.
and feeling lost. You know, it was important to us to not have.
Setting up sentry over here. If you guys want to back up to me.
Oh, you woke some people up.
Yeah, just nap time's over.
I shot you.
That's all right. I deserve it.
Game is too loud for me. Oh shit. Yeah, I think maybe this is too loud. No, I think it's good. I think we're good. Kazuya Kitsune says, "Am I a character?" That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
It's
actually-
a good joke, Kazuya. Good
No,
joke.
no.
Every,
They are.
every player becomes a character in the game.
Okay, so helplessness.
yeah, the fact. I mean, we didn't want the game to be like to feel like you were like Space Marines going in to like exterminate the vermin inside this, you know,
Yeah,
inside this underground complex. You know,
Private,
you're like.
Private Vasquez and
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No testosterone, you know, sort of juiced up, you know, we're going.
yeah,
Gung-ho.
bandana on and like big biceps.
which
Yeah,
to,
we wanted to go far from that. So we wanted the characters to be like, you know, scared and insecure, you know, and sort of like, yeah.
Which to their point, yes, that would make them a character as well. Because the idea behind the prisoners is that that's what any of us would be like if we were put in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I feel maybe like Woods is the one that sort of breaks that the most, but he's the one with the most sort of the military background, so I guess he can keep calm even in.
Yeah, but hasn't his memory been wiped, so he doesn't remember his background?
Well, he's sort of a psycho as well, so I guess that helps.
But if you wipe the memory of a psycho, are they still a psycho? Like, let's talk about nature versus nurture here.
In GTFO, yes, you're still a psycho.
Okay, yes. So nature. He just born a psycho.
Yeah.
Sure. He's got the gene. Isn't the psychopath thing like a gene? Like there's a genetic code thing that isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah. Let's go.
No, but it goes into everything with the characters being sort of like a scientist and sort of a web developer, different like weird, the people you wouldn't expect to be the characters of a game like this. And then them, rather than having a lot of, the weapons, obviously, you want some cool weapons even in a horror game, even in a game where you're supposed to feel like you're being outnumbered and outgunned. You want some cool weapons. So we have that, obviously, but the tools, at least, feel very much like they're more like repurposed mining equipment,
Yeah.
So the mines are actually something that's supposed and the scanner is more of something that's used to sort of like scan through the rock,
Yeah.
in order to find out
Yeah.
who Dwayne Johnson really is.
Nice.
Good. That's good.
Well done.
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it's
the
supposed
tracker
to.
in the
They're
in the first
not like
trailer,
being equipped
still
with
remember
like
that.
the greatest equipment, and then sort of. We actually had an idea of like a tool that was supposed to be. We don't like talking about all the stuff that we cut from the game, obviously, because it just makes people
stop you
understand
right
like,
now.
oh, the game could have been even greater. But I guess, it's so
GTFO.
long since we, it's done. The game's done now in a way, so maybe we can. It's easier now to reveal those things and not feel as bad about it. But we had like a tool that was supposed to be, we call it the rat can, and it was supposed to be like a frozen or dormant rat in a sort of
A character?
Remy.
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 Yeah, he could cook.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Pixar really nailed
You
us. on
could
that
push a button on it basically, and it would like the rat would come back to life essentially, and start scratching on the inside of this metal canister, whatever. It's like a high tech some sort of a thing. So they would have these all around because they use the rats for in the lab environment to test things. So it was like test rats, rodents.
Yeah.
And then you would push that button and throw it, and they would like
Kind of
scratch
how
and
you awaken in the
and
stasis.
make
unit.
rat noises. Yeah, essentially like a
The same
hydrostasis.
technology.
It was in hydrostasis.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it came alive, when you chose to, and you threw it out there, and it would attract the monsters to go to that point because it would make noise, and
Yep.
squeak and squeal and stuff. So that was like, one of those ideas where we're like, that's a cool sort of repurposed thing, where you don't have a real decoy, like something that's designed to be a decoy. You're grabbing these things and repurposing them to work as decoys.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of ideas like that, but again, it was really hard for us to add new tools to the game because we wanted every tool to be like equally a viable option,
Yeah.
I
mean,
so
the
they
foam
needed to be
really
really
feels like
powerful, and we wanted people to feel like, oh, if I take the mine deployer, that means I can't take any one of those other things, So we wanted there to be a little bit of angst in the fact that a team of 4 could just carry 4, maximum.
Yeah.
And we would have loved to have 5 or more, so that any combination you're always missing one tool, That would have been lovely. But
absolutely.
it was super hard just coming up with tools that were just good enough, and good, good to compete with the other existing tools, but not overpowered, obviously.
Yeah, the balance in between them. Like I remember, maybe it was Ulf I even talked to when we talked about the shadows in GTFO.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, shadows, you have to shine flashlights on them. So it's kind of like the opposite of the enemies beforehand. But when you meet shadows, you have to shine your light at them. I was like, okay. And then I was like, but the turrets, can the turrets shoot shadows? Like, yes, but only if they're tagged by a biotracker. I'm like, oh shit. So they're like, you have to have the biotracker for the turrets to work on the shadows. Like that kind of balancing is really interesting. And it like makes sense as well. It's like, okay, like turrets needs to see them. It can't really see it with its like naked eye, so to speak. Really cool.
So what was then the use of seafoam in this whole mining operation pre?
Yeah, that's the easiest one actually, because real construction sites have that sort of foam.
Sure.
Before you put in windows in an opening, there's like they would put that foam in to sort of, and it goes, not freezes but dries up, goes stale, I guess.
Yeah.
And it looks like cheese doodles, that sort of material, but it's like hard.
Do we have a biotracker?
Yeah,
The bot
I
has
set
it?
up
Oh, the
mine-
bot has the biotracker. Nice.
I have one.
What? We did double biotracker?
Yeah, well, I picked one.
Shame on you, Chad.
You're the one with the
With the bot?
dude.
Okay, I'm the one
Alright.
with the bot. Sure.
You're the expert. I'm just here to guide. I'm here to be Simon's. I'm basically a service animal.
Shame on you, bot. Let's go.
I'm his emotional support man.
Because I met one of the journalists one journalist back in 2021 when we played for Rundown 6 for the 1.0 release. He said something really interesting. It's like he looked at the eyes of the characters and how scared they look. And he's like, you rarely do you see a character holding a gun that is scared. Like that's usually the one that's like cocky and feeling confident.
Yeah, but to kind of echo the point made earlier, is, most people when holding a gun would be terrified. I was in a shooting range with a gun in a super safe environment, and I was terrified of holding this thing.
Yeah.
So it's how you put yourself in the player's shoes, or the character's shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, okay, Mr. Truth has like unorthodox like radio show that you can pick up portions of his episodes
Yeah.
and hear about how the like outer world
conspiracy theories.
Yeah. And he like reports on these companies, I guess. Santonian and was it Korvac? No, something else. Kovac.
Well, Dreyfus Industries is the biggest, most important one.
Okay.
But yeah, they own Santonian. Among other, it's like a...
Yeah, I got ammo for you guys. Do you need ammo? Simon? Yeah, you need ammo.
Yeah, I can take one hit. Sure, thanks.
Chad, how about you?
Yeah, sure. Lay it on me there, buddy. You got some.
Bot, how you doing? Give you a hit as well. Take this tool refill here.
So then, why do these miners have access to a mine deployer?
To dig into the mountain through rocks,
But is it like, some of these rocks might move? We need to blow them up if they do.
Maybe they are remote controlled if you have another piece of equipment.
Yeah.
They've been repurposed.
Yeah, maybe the what do you call it? The laser triggering thing is the repurposing.
Ah.
It's an explosive.
I'm discovered. Sorry about that. Did everyone wake up? No?
Oh, I've still got a bunch of sleepy boys in front of me. Or
Good.
I like how they. You can see when they're moving the shrubbery.
the
Shrubbery. All right. Okay. So, looking for a matter wave projector.
yeah.
That's going to help us traveling through dimensions, right?
Yeah, you can pick that shit up.
Space travel, Simon. So,
Eloquently put it. No, but yeah. Well, another reason for the characters, the main characters, obviously, apart from just giving you the sense, like being real people that would, be sort of subvert the what do you call it, the trope with the sort of alien space marines and stuff, and be too powerful and too cocky and stuff, too sure of themselves, was to have characters that have a history with this place, and then we can sort of reveal how you're connected to what's happened here before, because that was obviously a big part of the storytelling, was the mystery around what has happened here and what's your connection to it.
yeah. Kind of like Cube. Aren't those people all tied to the cube somehow? They're like revealed that throughout the movie. At least one guy was part of designing it.
Yeah, exactly. One guy, I think, but the rest were. The way I remember it's a great movie, so we shouldn't maybe spoil it too much. But
No, yeah, sure.
they were more like felt like they were put there to test it.
Sure, yeah. So they weren't really. But that he kind of went against it as well. So he was like punished by set into the system.
Yeah, put into his own trap.
Yeah.
that he himself had.
Yeah, Biggie Smells in a YouTube chat. Good. That's good.
What was the
That's
name
a good
again?
Biggie Smells.
Ooh.
One of my favorite games, by the way. Thank you. Thank you,
Dude,
Biggie Smells. If you're talking
One
about
of my
GTFO.
favorite names.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we get a couple of questions regarding Den of Wolves and like release date or any updates for this stream. I have nothing new to say about Den of Wolves except that Simon is busy putting music into it that we heard in the beginning. We didn't hear the music, but we heard his voice telling us that that's what he's doing. So no news, unfortunately. But please wishlist on Steam or tell a friend to wishlist it on Steam. That helps us very much. We really appreciate it. Adrian024 enters Twitch chat and says, hello. Welcome to the stream, Adrian. We're doing another alarm here.
Biggie Smells. That is this stream's Doritos username of the week. Call up Doritos. You'll get a prize.
You won't get a prize. I need to. I'm legally obliged to say my fiduciary duty.
What was
is
the
to tell
key?
you.
There was a black.
Yeah, I
592. What?
Yeah, but that goes to I know that it goes to this store and it's going to say, yeah, you need another. Exactly.
What was the number?
It goes to this store. That's eBlack
392.
392. And that's going to tell us if you query it that it's through this store that we can find it.
Zone 72.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Simon's just playing the game, dude.
So Schaefer was earlier part of this program, in this cycle of being in stasis and out of stasis, in stasis, and then he escaped.
Rebuttal.
And is living in the complex. He escaped the program, and kind of like the drugs have worn off from him, so he's kind of like, okay. Okay.
It's like,
He's
well,
still in withdrawal.
maybe they're worn off, but there's some traces of,
Yeah.
like maybe he was driven insane by, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. And
The
he lives
economy.
in the complex, shitting in a bucket,
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, as any sane person would. Yeah,
I would shit in a bucket.
dude. Sign me up for bucket duty.
Exactly. You don't want to like, oh, I found a pool of water. Like I pooped down there. That's gross, you know. It's poop in a bucket.
Yeah, yeah,
Are we opening this?
And
up?
he wants
yeah. I guess so.
you to like he wants to escape as well, I guess,
Yeah.
and wants us prisoners to escape. But he has a
He's
grander
sort
scheme
of
than that.
torn between that and he's very much driven by revenge against the Warden as well,
Okay.
and that can maybe blur his judgment.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's do this. Let's do this alarm here. Have we put up mines at the doors?
I have.
Appreciate it. We'll see where they come from. I'll put down my turret when I see where they come from.
Or do they? I'll scan whenever we.
Okay, everyone at the door here.
Yep. I trigger. Please step into the bioscan. All right, dude. No need to be like that.
On that side, okay. Left side, okay. Last scan, I believe it is. Oh man.
Oh, I got the one in the shrubbery.
Ooh. Fresh Blood in YouTube chat hops in and says, thanks for this game. Like so much. Thank you, Fresh Blood. Really appreciate it. Really friendly chat today. I mean, you're all very friendly, like all of the time, but today is like extra nice. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all tuning in for this stream here. Talking about the story, the setting, and the characters of GTFO. Together with the narrative director of the game, Simon, here. So, okay. Schaefer wants something, and you wake up
His
a
judgment
person
might be
from
blurred.
stasis.
And
That's Henriksen. That's like a set of missions, right? You help him get a hold of a HSU unit. That he knows the background. He knows the background of that person.
yeah, he got a hold of some database over the people in those hydrostasis units, and then he like, who should we bring back? You know.
Yeah. And then he has like like abilities that Schaefer needs.
Yeah.
Because he's a hacker.
Yeah.
Is he Swedish, Henriksen?
Yeah, I think he is, because it's a Swedish voice actor.
Yeah. Who really has that Swedish,
Twang.
But yeah, I said tinge. I wanted to say tinge, but maybe that's like a downgrading word. I don't know.
But
I don't want to use a bad word if it's a bad word. The doggy Doge in Twitch chat says, I always imagined the original Schaefer had gone mad because he messed up when taking out his control chip, whilst Alt Schaefer took his out properly using the machine.
yeah.
Henriksen
Yeah, I'm
got
alright.
his taken out properly as well. What's this control chip? Okay, so
Good
To-
answer. Good answer.
control the emotions or the behavior or Losty Frosty in Twitch chat. Wow, the names keep coming. If both Schaefers are either trapped in KDS Deep or under the Warden's control until R4, R5, which Warden caused the Morse code in Alt R1D1? Was it one of the two we know, or one belonging to one of the many dead teams in R8? Holy
Wait.
crap.
Did he ask if the Warden did the Morse code?
Which Warden caused the Morse code in
No.
Alt R1D1?
But that's Schaefer. Is he? Did he?
Oh,
is
okay. He
confusing Schaefer?
corrected himself. He corrected himself. Which Schaefer caused the Morse code?
Yeah, I was confused for a while.
Yes,
I was
they,
people have that theory that the Morse code was performed by the Warden. Like, Is that a thing?
No. Lossy Frosty in the following chat message corrected themselves.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory. You know, there might be even more Schaefers out there
Yeah.
for other versions of the team.
Have you heard about the control ship before, Chad? Chad?
I have not. No.
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 Chad, did you come from the
That's-
other side? Have you did you
Yeah.
sneak through this room
I
here?
was doing some cool shit. All right.
You're crazy, man.
Don't worry about me.
Mad man.
Don't worry about me. I'm just having a little stroll. There's some big dudes in there.
Yeah,
though. I almost shit
Yeah,
my
that
pants.
room is crazy. Okay, Lossy Frosty, sorry, no answer to your question there, but I can tell you're deep into the lore of GTFO, and I appreciate that.
About the control chip, I mean, that's connected to what they were researching down in, you know, what, what's the word? Project, I'm too caught up in the game now to remember these things.
Simon, let me heal you.
Did you ever watch the TV show Firefly?
No, I watched the feature film. That's the only thing I've seen, actually.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say,
Because that had a corporation. that wa-
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah.
That's the program of the control ship?
Well, that's connected to Legion, you know, and training the operatives, I guess.
Doge is referring to the neutral chip that feeds orders to the KSOs from Biocom. Personally, I believe Schaefer's insanity is primarily due to his isolation after his squad was wiped out and the Warden left him for dead.
Yeah, the key word being primarily, because it can be
Yeah,
a lot of things playing, like, combined that makes him crazy,
Yeah,
obviously. But yeah, KSOs, control chips, yes,
yes,
all of that.
yeah.
Quesos, like the food?
Queso? Oh, you mean that? Okay. Okay, so.
Like quesodilla.
Oh, dude, I'd love a quesadilla right now.
Yep.
We should
Yep,
go
yep.
get some.
I want to crawl into one right
I
now.
want to crawl into a quesadilla.
That's a stolen joke. I don't want to get credit for that.
That's
That's
Pretty
from
good.
Talladega Nights. When you want to crawl.
Oh my
into
God.
crepes.
that's such a good movie.
I love crepes. Neural. Yeah, sorry. The neural chip, not the neutral chip. Yeah. Lossy Frosty, I'm just reading you like the teleprompter in Anchorman. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron
Like,
Burgundy.
I have
got
no
the
idea what
key.
you're talking about, so I just write your...
Fuck
I
you,
just read
San
your
Diego.
I got the key. We can leave these big
These
boys sleep.
Premises.
I don't know how you do it. We got ammo here. Chad, you're so chill in this room.
I'm hanging.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Someone wants ammo?
I'd love a bit of ammo.
Okay, let's go.
I'd love a little bit of ammo. A little bit of ammo.
A little bit of ammo.
Yeah.
A little bit of ammo here. A little bit of ammo there. Here we go. Closing the door. Everyone out. Yeah, Simon is already... There we go.
I think I've asked you before, or maybe somebody has, but if, was there ever like a plan to use proximity chat as a thing in this game?
Well, we had the idea, but we realized the game is already so difficult.
Yeah.
And people are going to be like, some people, a small portion of the players are probably going to use it because it's a cool feature. But
Yep.
most people are just going to bypass it.
Sure.
What's
yeah.
the feature?
Well, you would hear your teammates' voice chat coming from that character, and there would be like, you could actually wake monsters up by talking too loud and stuff. It
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
like your actual voice is being projecting through the environment inside the game, rather than being just a voice chat between my mic and your headphones. It would
Sure.
actually happen in the game. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So we would process the voices in the space, so there would be echo and everything on your voice. That would sound cool, you know, but it would also make the game harder because you wouldn't be able to hear me. Maybe if you're going hardcore, you wouldn't be able to hear people at a distance and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can take that far, you know, you can take it very far, and people would just it's so easy to bypass by just using a different chat
Yeah.
client.
Well, I mean,
So we just like, oh, that's a lot of work for something that we don't even know if everyone's going to use. Like we know for sure that not everyone's going to use.
yes.
Probably a minority is going to use it, and we might get some people writing about it, like in media, like, oh, this game has that, you know. But it's not. Is it worth the work, you know? Ulf's.
Eons. Is that even more than millennia?
I think so.
F-Zero. Did he say F-Zero?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's his
F-Zero
favorite game.
GTFO.
That's
Dude.
just lore.
Doo-doo. 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 Boo-dee-boo-dee-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. So, okay. Control chip. I've never heard about control chips in GTFO.
It's a pretty big plot device, actually.
I'm so out of touch.
Actually.
Actually. Okay. So I guess we have control chips.
Yeah.
That does it prohibit us to do certain things or think certain things?
Well, can't think about quesadillas.
Crawling into them. Oh, here's should I?
Lossy Frosty continues. We know as per OGR6 that the EFO1 expedition,
EF01.
that Durant led into destination, roughly a dozen scientists and a KSO team. The infrastructure we find on destination and the number of human sleepers led me to believe that the Durant's EFO1 wasn't the only expedition to the planet before Garganta collapsed. Did OG send more teams through? Or was it a bunch of world lines sending their own EFO1s? What is EFO1? I don't even know what that is.
Sending their own versions of that same expedition. It's an interesting thought. It's like we haven't thought about every possible interpretation of the story, obviously. So
Yeah, we're in a hurry now, so let's
I
go, let's
shouldn't
go, let's go, let's go.
Is that the meme? We got to run?
Yeah. Oh shit, no.
Not
Forgot.
good.
I
Not
forgot
good.
about that.
Not good, Victor. Not
Yeah,
good.
I knew. I played this so many times, but now it passed me by. Through here. You want to put a mine on the other side and we'll close
Yeah.
the door? Everyone through? Yeah.
come on,
Not Bishop.
come through.
Fuck Bishop.
Bishop, don't stand too close.
Bishop is just like, I want to be dead.
Oh, there's Garganta. Garganta is...
Is that character?
Yeah, that's a
He
character.
talks. Garganta talks. The alert system is a character.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, sure. But Garganta is that a company or like a project? Garganta project?
Yep.
Carried out by Santonian.
Is the underground complex.
That's the name of the complex.
Yeah.
And it's being...
It means the mouth or the throat or something.
That's... Yikes.
Another mine here, please. And another mine here, please.
This game is for babies.
I really like this hunt here. Through like certain number of doors where you can like...
Getting into the scan,
Hold them down.
it goes faster if we're more people, right?
Yeah, but you know, I want the
We
excitement,
gotta
you
have a
know?
climactic ending for
Yeah.
the viewers.
I need that high, you know,
Little
adrenaline.
dopamine rush of...
I need it.
What you may not know about your brother, Simon, is that he has an insatiable bloodlust. He's spoken about this many times to me in private.
An insatiable bloodlust.
I can't help it. I've been through it too many times on stream, you know. Now Bob Bishop used an ammo pack on me. That's, you know, how shit's gonna go down. Yeah,
Here we go.
No problem. Wait, is it this one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, nice. Nicely done.
Bling, 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 bling.
Yeah, that was great. Fun video game.
Fun video game. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Warden. We talked about the prisoners. Talked about Schaefer.
Chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
Schaefer wakes someone up that is like faulty. That person goes crazy immediately, and he like strangles him
because
out.
he doesn't wake him up in the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he has to strangle him out. He has to like
I
kill
get
him
that.
with his hands.
Yeah. No, I think he's.
Was that a character?
No, the guy lunges at its throat and wants to kill
Schaefer.
Schaefer, and
Yeah.
Schaefer stabs him with a knife.
Yeah.
I put the sound effects in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are married. You know what it's like when you wake up somebody and you're not the wrong way. I'm sure you can relate.
Who is that character? Was that someone before Hendrickson?
That's
It's like a failed attempt.
Max, not Maxwell. It's with an X.
Max.
Someone in chat will know, I'm sure. I don't recall exactly, but that's just sort of
Maddox.
Maddox.
Oh yeah.
That's a character?
Well, yeah, that's a character, but that was mostly just to show a character device to show how dangerous it is. Like that's if you don't know how to do things, you know, you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, they better practice before they unfreeze Walt Disney.
There's so many ways to die or go crazy or things can go wrong, you know. You were saying
They really have to practice a lot, you know, humanity as a team, you know, before they unfreeze Walt Disney,
Yeah,
so they know how to wake him up the proper way.
Good one. It's very good.
Yeah.
Artful.
Another conspiracy theory that I love is that they made the movie Frozen. So when people Google Walt Disney Frozen, they get the movie result, not the actual
Yeah.
Walt Disney
conspiracy.
being frozen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a great
I
take
mean,
on that.
yeah, I like that. That's good.
I love that sort of thing. Like jokingly, like I just love it. Okay, so Maddox. Have we forgotten anybody? We got the prisoners, all 4 prisoners times 2. Warden, Schaefer times 2, Mr. Truth, Hendrickson, Maddox.
But Maddox is it's not a speaking part. I did the voice of Maddox.
Yeah, but,
because he
you
was
know.
like, ah! He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa. We got a fucking legend in here.
I did a lot of characters. Like
Yeah.
there were a scientist. I don't remember the name. It's a female scientist for.
And you did that too?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But I did. There was she was telemetry. You know, she was like calling out different like parts of her scientific team before a test started running. So she would say like, "Are you all ready?" You know, almost like call and response, like, you know.
Yeah.
So Adam Gascoigne did like
The female scientist.
yes, you know, and I did yes sir or yes ma'am or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I did a lot of like little voices like that you wouldn't recognize. There's some speaking parts, but there's just bit parts or like
Yeah.
really just almost background characters, you know, that don't matter really.
I guess what I'm saying is the list that I'm creating here are the characters that you kind of hear or interact with in real time.
Oh yeah.
Not like you hear like an audio log from, you know, ways back.
Okay, but
like-
then Mr. Truth is. You
Oh
just
yeah,
have to
Mr.
strike
Truth.
You have to strike Mr. Truth.
Yeah, sure. That's right.
Because it's really only the player characters, Warden and Schaefer, that you actually.
Henriksen,
Yeah.
they talk like in
Yeah.
real time. Maddox screams in real time. I get stabbed in real time.
Yeah. So you're talking about the characters that are alive
Yeah, during the events. Yes.
Yeah.
during the event.
Because then you have a way bigger library of characters, I guess, with
Yeah,
the audio
yeah.
logs and emails and, you know, text logs. A lot of names there, I guess. with like scientists and other workers. And
Yeah, and especially like, or rather, even if you just take the speaking parts, you know, you have more characters like
sure.
Professor, what's his name? The F-01.
Stokes, someone asks.
Captain Falcon.
And that one moment with Durant.
Yeah, Durant. It's Durant and Durant. It's like two different story.
It's like the cops in Tintin. Dupont and Dupont.
No, but you know, you had two different timeline versions of this.
Yeah,
character.
variables.
One is
variants.
One is Durant, one is Durant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like we can. There's so much more that we can talk about with regarding the story.
We
and the
have.
characters.
I planned for this to go on until 4, so we have another 20 minutes if you want.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
We can take questions from chat.
Yeah, exactly. Lightning round questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Chat, bombard us with questions. I'll pull almost anything from chat.
Yeah.
And
How does it
find
feel to know that you beat Marvel to the multiverse punch?
No, did we didn't do that before them, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Endgame was summer 2019. I guess they.
But they weren't doing the multiverse thing.
No, I'm saying Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, Endgame is kind of a multiverse, like the start of it,
Yeah.
and then it kind of goes with Loki and Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange movie, and No Way Home.
Yeah.
It's like it goes crazy with it, and this is
I guess
Before?
Endgame had the whole time
Too
travel
easy.
thing. Yeah.
Should we play the next expedition just for
shits and giggles.
Should we watch Infinity War?
We can check out the rat in Endgame.
Should we watch Ratatouille? See.
Okay, I'll start R8B1. Just hop on in.
we need to change lobby?
There's so many times.
Can't you bring us?
I think maybe I think I chose Exit Expedition and then started another one. Sorry about that. Yeah.
That was weird, dude. Come on. R8A2 or R8B1?
R8B1. Or did you want to do A2, Simon?
No, it doesn't matter. But
Doesn't matter. Can you see it?
All right. Chat barrage question.
Is one Duran from StarCraft?
I can't see you from. I see that you're hosting, but I can't.
Can I invite you?
Do I need to exit the expedition?
Yeah, I think you do. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
There he is. Yeah, that's actually a good one.
Which one? What?
Is Durant a reference to StarCraft? That's a good one. Oh,
Never
that
played-
person's a smart person.
Never played StarCraft.
Simon, you're breaking my heart.
I know like Raynor,
No, Samir Duran.
and I know Kerrigan. What is it? Raynor Duran?
No, Samir Duran.
Samir
It's a
Duran.
character in StarCraft 1.
Okay, I remember Raynor. He's like a Terran
Yeah.
captain or
Yeah,
something.
Samir Duran.
Kerrigan was a Terran
Yeah.
who's like she becomes the new Zerg queen.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, such a good
Yeah.
thing. You guard that egg in the beginning of the Zerg
It's
campaign, and it's like, oh my god, it was Kerrigan the whole time.
But Samir Duran's kind of like this character that's like he's got like a very I might be misremembering, but it's like basically like he like was infected or some shit with this sort of Zerg parasite, and like he's like kind of one of the trigger points of like shit going south for the Terran. And like there's like a whole thing where like I think it was Raynor didn't trust him or something like that. I forget. My StarCraft
Okay.
lore is rusty, and chat's probably gonna light me up right now.
It was like half Terran was good, half Terran was really
Yeah,
bad.
because there was
And then half Protoss was good, and half Protoss was really bad, and then all of Zerg was really bad.
what?
Defender of Zergs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got a question here, Simon. Losty Frosty asks, how does it feel knowing you invented one of the most Deus Ex Machina OP viruses in all of media?
Deus Ex Machina OP virus. Just because it happened before, like so long ago, or something.
I guess it just spreads everywhere, like killing everything, everyone. You can't stop it once it's got a hold of you. or your planet, or your universe, or your dimension? Or how does it feel?
Yeah, it's not that hard. Just you can just say like, oh, but this one was created 75 million years ago, and then suddenly you beat that record.
Yeah.
Is it because is it more?
The viruses was in the dinosaurs the whole time.
Yeah. Losty Frosty says Samir Duran was a Xel Naga shapeshifter. You are thinking of Alexei Stukov.
You are. No. I know who Alexei
Frosty.
Stukov is. Alexei Stukov becomes a Zerg, but
Duran
yes.
killed Stukov. Stukov was infested and resurrected by the Zerg.
Yes.
What? Did this happen in the first game?
Yes.
Well, okay. Losty Frosty, another question here. Let's see here. Also, what was the inspiration for the symbiotic pairing with the parasite, rather than just a single virus/fungus, like most other media?
Say that again.
What was the inspiration for the symbiotic pairing with the parasite, rather than just a single virus/fungus, like most other media? Was it some form of pairing with the virus, the parasite thing, or I don't actually understand the question there.
I mean, a lot of when you're creating a backstory for a game, you just want it's a part of the purpose of the backstory is to just give you license to do a lot of crazy stuff, like with monster design and so on. So that was partly just us sort of like, oh, we needed to have properties that allows us to like merge it with, it can be like tentacles, it could be huge, it can be like half human, it could be like, despite losing its head, it's still operational, like all these things, and it could be, these, what's the word? These blobs sitting on the walls, Spitters, yeah, exactly. Like we can do anything, it doesn't have to be humanoid. It could be a spider, it could be a flying, whatever. Like, so it was like a lot of like that. Just it needs to be something that allows us to merge and just anything that we think works gameplay wise and looks like it belongs visually in GTFO, we can just throw in there. If it's exciting, to fight that sort of an enemy, it looks scary. So yeah, that's a real how the sausage is made answer that makes you like realize that it's not always like divine in sort of inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we read about Sumatran, sort of the deity from some weird, inspiration came from some old literature or something like that. It's more like just sort of like
Losty Frosty talks about Nam V and the parasite, like they're two different things.
Yeah, they are.
So what was on the space?
I just don't want to like say things unless like if someone in chat points it out, I can be like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the one to like.
I get it.
I'm not sure everyone knows.
Yeah, you don't want to map it out yourself. You want to be like someone confirms in chat, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, the virus and the parasite is two different.
So what was on the spaceship? Okay, I can't ask you that. Chat has to answer. Chat, what was on the spaceship? Was it Nam V or the parasite? What was the name of the parasite? Because Nalsi Frosty says Nam V kills and infects everything, but destroys too quickly and runs out of food. The virus makes the parasite immortal, and by extension gives it a bottomless fuel tank. Obsidian 6 asks, was Dead Space any inspiration for GTFO? I really liked their enemy design and variations. Dead Space, amazing game. Love it.
I know I was a bit inspired by the music in Dead Space,
Yep.
but going more with the things, mixing that sort of like, aleatoric, chaotic strings, psycho type stuff,
Screeching metal
screechy,
kind of thing.
screechy strings and weird sort of like out of tune. What's the word? symphonic, instrumentation.
Sure.
But mixing that with the stuff that I'm used to doing, more like with synthesizers and sound design.
Yeah. And in the sequel, you're kind of you're a psycho in the sequel, Dead Space 2.
Yeah, story-wise, we were not inspired by.
Yeah.
By that. Well, I've seen a little bit of the story there, and I know there are some parallels, I guess, because they're also some sort of an alien race, and they have the marker, or whatever it's called. Like they leave
Yeah.
things around
the statue thing that
Yeah.
kinda,
that
Yeah.
emits evil or whatever.
yeah.
I don't know exactly what it does.
They
but
bring it onto the spaceship. They find it on a planet, and they're like, "Oh, what's this?" And like a religion forms around it.
Yeah. No, we were not inspired story-wise. We weren't
No,
inspired by
yeah.
by that game.
I
mean, the look of the enemies in our game, you'd have to ask. You'd have to ask like Andersvärd and Ulf, but I don't think that they were inspired by other games. They were more inspired by
yeah.
sort of like
I've tried to get Svärd on board of one of these story streams. I'll try and get it in the future. But the schedules haven't synced up. He really wants to join and talk about the origins. I'm currently playing through Horizon Zero Dawn, the remaster of that game currently. So I'm kind of picking up on the whole. Losty Frosty, you talk about the virus and the parasite being making it kind of immortal and making having bottomless power. I don't know the ending of that game yet, but it's like a corporation built like war machines that could multiply itself and heal itself, so humanity couldn't really fight them because they were getting stronger and more of them and stronger like every fight they had with them. So they're like giving up because it's like, holy shit, like we can't even do this, and they're doing the Zero Dawn project. I don't know what Zero Dawn is yet, so please don't spoil it for me. But I'm like, ooh, like could that have been an inspiration for you, Simon?
we were not inspired by Horizon Zero Dawn.
No, okay. Because it is like
I played
kind
the
of
original one. It's one of those games, like AAA games that came out in the past 10 years that I actually. That's older than 10 years, I guess.
I don't think so. No.
It's 2015.
Wait,
maybe?
it came out same month as Breath of the Wild, which is 2017, right? March 2017.
I played that game like I had like 98% completion on it. So
I know
played
that's
it
that's why I'm
thoroughly.
asking. You know.
I played it thoroughly, but
Yeah.
no, that did not inspire the story.
No, okay. Because that kind of has a really like helpless dread over it, kind of like, oh, this is so sad, like what humanity as a whole went through by this threat. In this case, they created it themselves. Like, but I like that. It's a bit scary, It's like, oh no, it's in your nature to destroy yourselves. That's a Terminator 2 quote.
Yeah, we got that.
Maybe Chad didn't.
I didn't even hear you because I was making a stupid joke.
Okay, you didn't hear my Austrian accent?
Austrian Viktor's not real. He can't hurt you.
Losty Frosty asks, why do the collectors call themselves exiles? What did they do to their greater species that made them that way?
Great question.
There's really only one exile, right?
But I'm like, Simon said in the beginning here that the collector was the ship, not the race. Like, not a ship can't call itself an exile. Like,
Can it? What if it's a species of ships?
we got another question here. Not a story question per se, but how involved were you with the localizations?
Because they were shitty, or I want to know, like, should I take credit for this? Or not?
Like context and info and such, because in other languages, sometimes it seems like a different story.
Interesting.
Well, we only localized really the interface, you know, not the text, the lore sort of lore entries, you know.
But dialogue subtitles, right?
Dialogues have subtitles, yeah.
And HUD and like in-game, like the
Mission objectives
yeah.
were localized
Yeah.
properly, yeah. Yeah, it's not meant to be a different story, obviously. So that's a failure then. But they asked us, like, what's the context of this? Like, where you're supposed to go? Like, is that a place or is that an object that you're looking for? You know, and we tried to clarify that, you know. But the thing with languages is that you don't know what you don't know.
Sure.
You don't know how many things can go wrong and how things can be misinterpreted, or by the person translating the text. You know, so you don't even know what to tell, what information to give them in order to make sure that they won't misinterpret it in the way that it would easily be misinterpreted by a person speaking that language. You know. Because if you don't speak that language yourself, it's...
I'm assuming we're out of time, Victor.
Oh, you can tell me ruining this run? How could you tell?
All right, speed run. Let's go. If there's anything that the streamathon has taught me.
But it's really hard to localize, stuff. But the text entries in the game are localized using just sort of machine translation. And then we thought, like, well, we can say that it's machine translation. It's part of the interface. It says that it's translating it, you know.
Yeah, D. Cholet actually says that exact thing. The logs content were translated with the idea that they had been machine translated.
Yeah.
Even though they were translated.
And we thought that way we can get away with machine translation because it's part of the lore, or like it's actually being it says that it's machine translated, so people would accept more errors in the text, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one.
Shit, I wish
we need the full team here. Are you guys?
Yeah, no, Victor decided this run's over, so we're just gonna fight this one out.
Could you tell me you're like rushing through the rooms and just like pulling the alarm handle here? Yeah, I one of the scariest things is seeing, like in fiction, of course. Like I wouldn't want to talk about this in real life because it's such a dark thing, but people kind of understanding that they're gonna die, like in a combat sort of way. I think Attack on Titan does that pretty well in some scenes. People are like freaking out in that anime.
Yeah, it's a very
screaming and like having panic attacks.
Yeah, it's a very unsettling.
Yeah, but like the most chilling example of it for me is the melee like fight at the end of Saving Private Ryan. Is it Tom Sizemore's character fighting an enemy soldier, hand-to-hand combat, and he pulls out a knife and he kind of like.
It's not Tom Sizemore.
Is another of the soldiers, right? Oh well, like one of the soldiers we've been following through the movie, and he kind of like gets the upper hand, and he feels him slipping, and like the knife starts to like close in on his chest, and he gets like, no, like he like understands like I'm
this is happening.
This is happening now. Like it's so scary.
Yeah,
and that's I see glimpses of that in GTFO sometimes. That's just like holy crap! Like we're overrun. Like we're gonna die, and it's one of the things I really like about GTFO. That kind of like, holy crap! Like we're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
because that scene in Saving Private Ryan is like, it's not a horror movie, but it's one of the most like scariest examples. Like, it like chills me to the bone even thinking about it. I don't know. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, it's a very memorable.
Yeah,
because there's a guy in the staircase who could have come up and saved him, but he hears the noise of that fight, and he's too scared to act.
Yeah, exactly.
Super.
So good. It's just like it creates emotions from the viewer, you know, from that whole sequence. It's so good. Yeah, a bit of a love letter to GTFO with that. I wanted to say that. Let's see here. Was too scared to go up. Was it that scene? Yes, Shift AC, exactly that scene. Yeah. Fantastic. But yeah, that's what we have for you today. I'd like to thank you all for joining this stream here. We got multiple viewers and many chat members being super friendly, coming with questions and input to our discussions.
Helping me out when I forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
From the story
Yeah.
that I was part of writing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all a fever dream for you, I'm sure. Everything happened so fast.
But Chad and Simon, thank you so much for joining the stream today.
Thanks for having
us.
And
thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, dear viewers. We'll be back for more streams, and yeah, I'll try to get more of these story streams put together, because just talking about this universe is it's interesting, and I learn a lot.
I learn a lot.
Yeah,
and I, kind of sets the bar of expectations for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, talk about the R3D1 speedruns, sub 16. Wow, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll look into that. TGB. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the future. Bye.
Wishlist and a wolves.
Wishlist and a wolves. No, that button didn't work. Wait.